We know that trying to shove your fingertips through someone's sternum isn't necessarily the brightest idea. What we would say is that historically, we know that most martial artists, the old masters back on Okinawa, were educated people, and therefore they needed their hands to be able to write. And they weren't, if you're one of the few people over here, it would have been Victorian England, if you're one of the few people who can write at that time, you're not going to be ruining your hands, and especially if you're required to do exquisite brushwork. So think about it, the old masters, Matsumura sensei would have been the bodyguard to 3 successive generations of Okinawan king. He needed his hands, and then Itosu sensei was the scribe to the last king of Okinawa, so he needed his hands, and Funakoshi sensei of course was a school teacher, so he needed his hands. He's not going to ruin it by just driving it into buckets of sand and therefore losing the facility to use the tendons in his hands properly. So either nukite is completely useless, or we need a different use for it. It's one that doesn't involve you ramming your fingertips into someone's hard cartilage. So let's have a look at this and see if there aren't ways that we can use nukite. If I'm dealing with the kind of attack that really happens, like the big right hook, this goes in here, oh look, what's right in front of my fingertips now? It's his throat. And where we deliver nukite at chudan level, that's because the hikite has brought the opponent down to that height. It's not that we attack people whose throat is this high, it's that doing this or doing this makes their throat come down to that height. So a big key is that a jodan attack is actually delivered at chudan level, which will lead us to a whole other conversation another time. Nukite, spear hand, driving into the soft material, not the hard material.